Good morning. My name's Alicia Newell, and I serve as the Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs at Wichita State University. And today's Care Talk topic is positive self-talk. And this is something that is really simple and easy to do, in a way to implement positive self-talk in our daily lives to help us be more stress-free and having just that a different outlook, especially when things aren't going our way. And so I'm going to talk to you briefly about some things that you can do in your every life that's going to help bring about peace, help to reduce your stress, and additionally, just ways to live a more positive and healthier life. And so you can see probably behind me, I have quotes that I had printed out and put it on my wall. And this is just a really simple daily reminder for me of, even though things may not be going as I had hoped or planned for, that there is something good in the day, that there's something good that has happened. There's things that I am appreciative and thankful for, and just being able to remind myself of those little things. And so when we talk about positive self-talk, there's a couple things that really resonate with me, and have helped me, especially during times where I've not really saw the light, so to say, when things were bad. And so looking at, how do you listen to what you're saying to yourself? Have you ever been in a conversation and you just paused and you thought, man, why did I say that? Or maybe it's not what you said, but how you said it. And so listening to what you're saying and noticing what your inner voice is saying. And so, like, did I really mean to just say, like, I can't do that? Like, there's no way I can learn online. There's no way I could do all of this stuff. And maybe how you're feeling, but is that really true? Can you do it? Yes, you can do it. You're just going to have to do it a different way. Is your self-talk mostly positive or negative? So are you recognizing that the things you're saying lately are more negative in nature? Or are you noticing that the things you're saying are more positive? When a couple weeks ago, when all classes went online, I have a daughter at home who, like many of you, are doing homeschooling from online learning. And it was like, I can't do this. This isn't possible. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, and one of the things was, well, what do you need? What do you need in order to do this? How can we work through this? What can I do to support you? And when we started having these conversations, I began to see there was a change in the way that she was doing things. Oh, this is easy. Oh, I can do this. And so looking at, what is it that is really needed in times like this? And saying, okay, what do I have control over and what is it that I need? And knowing that it's going to look different from what you're used to. The third one is changing your self-talk. And this is something that's probably the hardest, because we don't realize that we're doing it until after the fact. And a lot of times it's when someone calls us out on it. And so how do you get is where you're at before someone does that, right? And so making a list of positive things about yourself. And so what is it that is going right in your life right now? What is it that you enjoy? What is it that brings you peace and happiness? And begin to focus on all of the positive things and not necessarily all of the things that are going wrong. We know we're in a pandemic. We know that no one likes doing school online right now. They miss their friends. They miss the engagement, being able to socialize with people. And so what is it that we can do in order to maintain and keep some of those things going in our daily lives. Instead of saying, I'll never be able to do this, try saying, well, how can I do this? What is it that I need? And making sure that you're reaching out to the people that you need in order to implement some of those things in your life. Whether it's, I'm having a hard time understanding this concept in a class. Have you reached out to your instructor? Have you talked with a tutor? If you're struggling with mental health, have you reached out to a counselor or someone within care team? What is it that we're doing in order to try to help make sure we're sustaining that positive self-talk? At the end of the day, we are in control of what we say and how we say it and what we think. And so making sure that the vibes we're putting out there are positive so that we can continue to welcome that positive energy into our lives. The most important thing is, paying attention to how you say things and when you're saying it, and also talking back. And so talking back to yourself of, man, could I have said that differently? A lot of times giving yourself permission to pause and to think about what you're saying before you say it will help you stay in this constant mind frame of positive talk. Use a power pose. And a lot of times this is something that students are like, oh, I can't. And we just get into this helpless, almost position, right? And we're just like, no, I can't. But if we get into a power pose where we are sitting up straight, our shoulders are back, and we're paying attention, that allows you to have more clarity in thought compared to this, right? And so we're up straight and we're practicing good posture, that helps us put ourselves into a different mind frame. Another thing is doing your research. Do research on things that you can do to help promote positive self-talk. Are there things that you need? Are you a visual learner? Do you visually need to see things to help keep you in that mind frame of, I got to be careful of what I say, or I need to pause before I say something that I may regret, or pause so I don't give people the stink eye because I'm in my feelings about something that has absolutely nothing to do with them. And so do your research and seeing what is it that you can do to implement positive self-talk in your daily lives.